demo of what we completed. After that, we'll go into product requirement workshop, which is where we're going to get feedback more on the direction of the next sprint. So without further ado, we had 2 sprint goals this sprint. One was finishing the demo website, which is showing all the features of what you can do with a logged in user. And we didn't actually make much progress on this. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of time helping documentation and demo and sales and finishing the other sprint goal. So we did finish this goal. This was to provide a full demo stable environment, which I'll show you in a second. So this can be used by any of you guys in a predictable way. It should always work, unlike the existing staging environment. So this can be used by BD. It can also be used by external stakeholders. They can integrate with this and check out how AutonomyID works with their system. There's a small integration cost, but it's not very big. It's going to be like 15, maybe 30 minutes of work. I'll go to Chetna. She can talk you through how we did this sprint. This is our burn-up chart.
Thank you, Jack. So we started the sprint of 20th of June and it's ending today on 3rd of July. So looking at the progress, initially, yes, we couldn't get it to done most of the work, but yes, the graph looks very good from 26th onwards, which is going up. And yes, we included capacity planning this sprint. So if anybody is not aware, just wanted to say, capacity planning is done, including how many members are there, like considering all the holidays, vacation and everything. And looking at the graph also, we consider the velocity of the team, which we calculated comparing last 3 sprints. So yes, we did a very good planning this sprint, and the graph looks very good to me. So thank you. Now this is the cumulative flow. Again, looking at the progress, this graph also looks very good. The graph is, as you can see, it's going up. We had new issues, couple of the new issues looks like, but yes, we were able to resolve it, and that's it. Is there any question? All right then. Thank you so much. Over to you, Jack.
Thank you. So, like I mentioned, the main thing we completed was the demo environment. So I can show you that here. So this is going to be at this address here, demo.demo.autonomy.foundation. And you can use this to log in with AutonomyID. If you don't already, I need to get rid of this. Sorry. So if you're here and you click login with AutonomyID, if you don't already have AutonomyID, you can click here. And then you can download AutonomyID from one of these 2 links. The Google app is on Play Store, and the Apple app you need to get through TestFlight. But both should be available by those links. And then you'll be able to either demo or let anybody kind of go and try this themselves as well. And they can also, do we have this? Yes. Click here. You can go to the docs. And here they will have the instructions. Oh, they do have the instructions if they click here on API. This gives them the instructions for how to integrate with that demo environment. So I'm going to just walk you through. We have done a little fix that actually allows us to see the Block Explorer. I'm not going to go on the demo environment. What we're generally going to be doing is we'll have our demo today every second Monday. After the in that demo, I'll be demoing, or somebody will be demoing the staging environment. So that's here. And then at the end of this demo today, we'll be merging everything to our master branch, which will update the demo environment you just saw. So these fixes are not on the demo environment yet. But what I'm going to show you, this is our, oh, sorry, I need to do dual screen. 1 second. Let me open this on my phone. Screen. So you can see this is now the staging app. I'm going to create a new account. Let's call it test 7.
We don't see a screen, Jack.
You don't see my screen. Thanks for saying something. Right, you see this now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thanks for saying that, Mike. So I am in the process of creating a new account. I'm going to get a password that I've already generated from my password manager. So I'm just finishing that create account here. So now here on this one, basically what we fixed is you click see it on the blockchain here. If you click on that here, that will open a browser with a information about the account. So this can be good for demoing if you're like demoing to blockchain-y kind of people. They want to see the proof. This is the proof the account was created. You can see at the top, this is the anonymous account name. And you can click here, keys, and that would show you, no, I don't want to do that. That would show you the keys that are on the blockchain at the moment. These are the public keys. So that's it. I'm going to go back to Autonomy ID now. And I can now sign into the demo site. Coolio. Click next. Right now here, we've also fixed this link. So I can click on this and I'll again be sent to the same page. And now you can see there are actually 5 keys. So these are the 2 keys for the 2 websites that we signed into. One is the demo site and the other is the accounts site. So yeah, that's about it. You've got the documentation for that integration here. That's again, you can find it all through that demo site. So this will be kind of the public facing one, the demo.demo one. And now I'd like to hand over to Melita. She has done a full redesign of this demo website itself to make it look more slick and to explain what's going on, or visualize what's going on a bit more, make it more self-selling. Thanks, Melita.
Thank you, Jack. So the website you have seen has a new face, and I'm going to hopefully successfully share my screen and show you. Okay, so this is the new look of the website. Hopefully it looks better and it's more inviting for you to go and browse and learn more and fall in love with Tonomy. So you log in with Tonomy. When you click the button turns into a lock, which signifies the security, and then it goes into the username. So hopefully tells you the story that the username is safe and secure without having any fears of somebody doing something with it. And now we have the carousel with 3 features that you can test out using Tonomy ID. For the moment, only 2 of the features can be tested and you can learn more about them. The third one being use case of messaging peers. It is at the moment not testable. So we have the use case of signing a document. Sorry, before I go there, on each page, you will see view documentation and code snippet. Both buttons you have seen in Jack's presentation. One leads you to the documentation because Tonomy has nothing to hide and wants everybody to see how it's done. And code snippet is for those who are more tech savvy, if they want to see how the code actually, which code does whatever feature it is that you're clicking on. So the use case of signing a document, here you have a small intro of how Tonomy does it. And if you don't know a lot about V3C verifiable credentials, you can click here on a link and it is going to take you, at the moment it doesn't, but when it gets implemented, it's going to take you to a page where you can learn more about V3Cs. And here you get a little story. So you get a little story about the feature that you're going to be testing. So it makes it more user-friendly. So you go into a doctor's office for a checkup. Tonomy ID notifies you that Dr. Smith wants access to your medical files. With one click in Tonomy ID, you grant that doctor files. So you know exactly who has access to your files because you give that access. So here you have like a pretend medical file that you are going to sign using Tonomy ID, and it's going to turn into a package that is going to be verified by a verifier. And with that, it is going to be safe and secure from all the people trying to get your information. And then it leads into this screen, which is basically just selling point of Tonomy ID, where it says, congratulations, you have successfully signed a document using Tonomy ID. Here are other things that you can do with Tonomy ID. And you can go and try signing the document again if you're not sure what you saw or want to see it again. And now we're going to see another feature, which is the blockchain transaction. For the blockchain transaction, you again have similar view of the screen. This feature's name is Sign Transactions. You have some intro into how Tonomy does it. Tonomy ID does it, and you can learn more about Antelope blockchain protocol that is used to safely sign them. Again, you have an intro, a story. Imagine you find a perfect art piece. With a simple click, your account promptly sends a secure transaction to the bank where it is verified and recorded in your transaction history. And here you have a view of how these payments are done on blockchain. So you understand it more rather than how the traditional banking system does it. So once you send payment, there's a token that is sent on the blockchain and is verified on the blockchain. And once it is verified, it lands into your Tonomy ID account in Tonomy ID. And it is now there's now proof that that transaction has been made and will forever stay on the blockchain. Here, once again, you have a small ad of all the things that you can do using Tonomy ID. You can try signing a transaction again if you want to see how it happens more again. And that is it. The messaging is still not implemented, but in several sprints, maybe that happens and you can see more. Thank you so much for your attention.
You're muted, Jack.
Excellent, you say that. So the question is, what do we think of what we just saw, what was just demoed? Maybe we can start with the demo environment itself.
I think it looks pretty cool. I like the new design a lot. Will be definitely nice to be able to demonstrate different parts of the platform. Yeah, I really liked it.
Any feedback about things you didn't like or were confused by? So we demoed quite a few things. We have the whole demo infrastructure. We have the fixes for the blockchain account. And then we also have the new designs, which Melissa showed. These are not implemented yet. They're just ready to be implemented. Does anybody have any feedback or thoughts about any of these three things?
Well, if I may, the design looks great. I really like it. But again, so for my liking, I would like to see the real implementation, not the just only demo, but signing any information on the blockchain, which can be confirmed from the blockchain. That's what I mean. Like any
So
information.
let's talk about what happens next in the product requirements workshop. Are there any issues you have with what was actually demoed?
That's only the issue. So it's like only the demo purpose, right? So
Yeah. Wait, you're saying you want to see... No, let's do that in the product requirements, okay?
yeah.
I will chime in with my stakeholder hat as a board member. The new non-logged in homepage, I didn't like the carousel quite as much as the old carousel. I feel like that's changed, and I obviously didn't see it, but it looked a bit more secondary and the old carousel was more primary. Okay, you're about to try one of these three features. So carousel. I did overall really like the new demo design though, later. Any other feedback? Is everything... Cheyenne, is this demo environment going to be useful? And what would you say needs improving here, if anything?
Well, we're showing off the features that we currently offer, so I think it's quite good. If there is anything missing in terms of our capabilities, then we should add them. But from what I saw, we're doing the signature, we're doing the single sign-on. So yeah, I think it's quite good. But yeah, so we should always make sure that we showcase everything we're able to do.
Mhm. Okay, well then, I think that's it. Does anybody have any other things they want to say, except not including what they want to see still, because that's going to be the product requirements workshop. So this sprint, we did fix one bug, which you saw. We set up the demo environment, which is more of an enabler than an actual functional feature. We did create some documentation to give like a very high level overview of what Autonomy ID does technically. Another enabler was we did some in-depth review on cybersecurity standards, especially in Europe, like EIDAS, how GDPR works. We had Cheyenne joining us, who was pushing a lot for documentation, which is good for us to get more clarity on what Autonomy ID does and then how to sell it. And all these three are part of that. We started a white paper outline, and probably next sprint we're going to be kind of hopefully finishing that. We didn't have any issues or blockers from management. And last sprint demo, we started this process of having a product requirement workshop, which is going to be right now. And basically the outcomes of that product requirement workshop will be feeding into basically what the Autonomy ID technical team does now, does this sprint. So we use that and we generate the sprint goal based on that. So if there's no further questions, I would like to invite all of our stakeholders to the product requirement workshop. These are our board members, also anybody externally facing in the BD or marketing team. I think that's everybody except Hasib. And then I don't think we have any external stakeholders here. So thanks very much. If